Rangnick's reliance on Ronaldo by the Red Devils. Ralf Rangnick, the interim German coach of the Red Devils, has admitted that they have relied on Cristiano Ronaldo this season, but he is not sure that the Portuguese star wants to play under Erik ten Hag for next season. Ronaldo reached Manchester United again on Thursday. They have been hosting Chelsea since the 37th week of the English Premier League, and in order to keep alive their hopes of reaching the top four and winning the Champions League quota, they should not have lost, and with the goal of the former Real Madrid star, they managed a 1-1 draw. Get Chelsea. According to the goal site, Ronaldo is my only United player this season who has managed to double his number of goals and has scored 23 goals in all competitions for this team so far. Second on the list is Bruno Fernandes with 9 goals. We have to treat the players fairly. I remember we had 10 different goal scorers in my first 10 games at the club. It shows that we can create a lot of opportunities. Just a look at our players and Chelsea and also put them on the bench. This is not an excuse, but an explanation. Yes, at the moment we rely a lot on Ronaldo. Ancelotti's insistence on winning La Liga. Carlo Ancelotti, the Italian coach of Real Madrid, encouraged his students to win against Espanyol. Today at 18:45 Tehran time, the teams of Real Madrid and Espanyol will line up at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium from the 34th week of La Liga. Los Blancos can claim La Liga title with at least 1 point in this game, thanks to the poor performance of Barcelona in recent weeks. After the game against Manchester City, the players were thinking about meeting Espanyol. The best tennis players, when they can win by 1 point, never miss that opportunity, Carlo Ancelotti told a pre-match press conference, according to Marca. They do not give up. I hope we can do the same in this game. Barcelona start talks after extending his contract until 2026. Barcelona Uruguayan defender Ronald Araujo has admitted that he has always considered the Camp Nou his home and did not intend to leave the club. Ronald Araujo finally ended the rumors of leaving the Catalan club by extending his contract until 2026. Juan Laporta and Xavi started negotiations a few months ago to convince Araujo and finally achieved their goal. The 22-year-old defender had attracted the attention of several English and Italian clubs. I want to thank my parents and my wife. We went through a lot of ups and downs. My family made a lot of sacrifices, but they finally got the answer, Araujo was quoted as saying by Marca, after renewing his contract. This contract was very important to us. The Real Madrid captain makes history today. Today will be a big and historic day for Real Madrid captain Marcelo. Real Madrid can win La Liga tonight with at least 1 point, and Marcelo can win his number 24 trophy at Real Madrid and become the most honorable player in the history of Real Madrid by crossing Ghent alone. Marcelo will most likely be fixed against Espanyol so that Fernando Mendy can rest with the thought of playing against Manchester City. The Brazilian defender is Real's main captain after Ramos, but has rarely played this season. Marcelo is spending his last weeks at Real Madrid as he will become a free agent at the end of the season and will leave Real Madrid after 15 years. Barcelona's latest clients failed Chelsea striker. Barcelona are monitoring a disgruntled Chelsea striker for their attacking line, which will be one of their main targets in the transfer market. Barcelona has targeted Romelu Lukaku from Chelsea. Recruiting a top striker in the summer is one of the most important priorities for irrigation. Borussia Dortmund's Erling Haaland and Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski were initially Barca's favorite options, but it looks like it will be difficult to finalize the transfer of the Bundesliga's top strikers. While Lukaku is unhappy with his situation at Chelsea and looks set to leave Stamford Bridge in the winter window, the 28-year-old Belgian international is likely to face interest from various European clubs in the summer. Lukaku's 12 goals in all competitions for the Blues this season show that he is at his best. The Belgian has scored 64 goals in 95 games in 2 seasons with the Inter shirt. Positive news about Milan on the eve of the crucial home match against Fiorentina. The media close to the Milan club have reported the news about the club on the eve of the crucial match against Fiorentina. Stefano Pioli and the Milan club have created a shield around the team to protect the rumors and speculations and practically do not care about any news from outside. Following Inter's shock defeat to Bologna, the Rossoneri are now preparing with all their might to host Fiorentina, a match in which more than 75,000 Rossoneri fans will support the team in the stadium. The positive news is regarding Ismail bin Nasser and the availability of the Algerian national team player for Sunday night's match against Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A competition, and this player has been busy on the field with his foot on the field in recent training sessions. Paris Saint-Germain draw with Strasbourg, process problems continue. In the 35th week of the French Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain and Strasbourg met, and finally Paris Saint-Germain drew 3-3 in this away game to another strange result for Paris. Eat numbers. Paris Saint-Germain, whose championship in the French Champions League has been decided, now went to a lesser-known team in a ceremonial match against Strasbourg, and the team did not succeed and stopped to show that the problems of Paris Saint-Germain continue. The situation of the French team is not very interesting, and they were able to win the championship only because of the weakness of the rivals in the French league, because PSG lost the cup this season and was eliminated in the Champions League against Real Madrid, and now his results in the French league are not interesting, although his championship in the French league has been decided. PSG's goals were scored by Mbappé, twice, and Achraf Hakimi, but Leo Messi was also out of the game to continue his poor season at PSG. Neymar Jr. passed the first goal to Mbappé. Manchester United is ahead of other Premier League rivals in the path of attracting the Napoli striker. Premier League clubs have been named to sign Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, and Manchester United are currently leading the competition. Newcastle United were the first English club to sign a £84 million bid for the striker in January. The Red Devils now appear to be ahead of other rivals after starting talks with Osimhen's program director Roberto Calenda. The Nigerian national team player has scored 16 goals in 28 games for Napoli this season, and such a display has persuaded Arsenal, who are desperately looking for a top striker this summer. The 23-year-old's goals this season helped Spalletti's men compete for the Serie A title and now have a good chance of winning the Champions League. Although the contract he signed when he moved from Lille to Napoli in 2020 is still triple, it seems that the Nigerian striker's clients are planning to set a new destination for the current Parthenok player this summer. New Chelsea owner identified. It seems that after the events that happened to Roman Abramovich and after the war between Russia and Ukraine, he was subjected to a series of sanctions and could no longer take ownership of Chelsea. Now the new owner of Chelsea is known. Has been. After the ownership of the Chelsea club was taken away from the Russian businessman Roman Abramovich, the ownership of the club was put up for auction, and now it seems that the winner of this auction has been determined. According to The Telegraph, Athletic and The Guardian, the offer made by Todd Boehly to buy Chelsea has won the auction of the club, and the rich American will soon officially take ownership of Chelsea. Todd Boehly is an American businessman and investor. He is one of the founders and CEO of Aldridge Industries Holding in the United States, and now the world of football can be a new challenge for him, and it remains to be seen what he will do if he definitely owns Chelsea. Will have. Todd Boehly's proposal has been announced for more than $4 billion, of which $1.5 billion will be spent on the development of Stamford Bridge. What combination would Barcelona have if they had kept Messi and Neymar? Barcelona in general has had a weak season, and many believe that the poor season was due to the fact that Barcelona did not have the strong players it has always had this season, and this has led to blue and pomegranate cannot act like not so long ago. Barcelona sold Neymar Jr. to Paris Saint-Germain for a huge sum of €222 million in the summer of 2017, making it the most expensive transfer in the history of football. Lionel Messi also joined PSG last summer after completing his contract with Barcelona. Of course, there have been other players who have left Barcelona in the years since, and Barca have not been able to keep them. For example, one of those players is Thiago Alcantara, who, if he had been in Barcelona, could have been very effective in the blue and pomegranate midfield these days. Barcelona with Messi and Neymar, and if Fatih had fewer injuries, he could have had a much stronger squad and his situation would have been different from what it is today. This case shows that managerial weaknesses have hit Barcelona the hardest in recent years. The special tribute that Perez paid to Benzema. Karim Benzema, the current Real Madrid striker, has become the best Madrid player this season and is considered by many to be the best player in the world, and his performance in the 2021-22 season has been very impressive and noteworthy. Benzema reached a special statistic at Real Madrid after the game against Manchester City, in which he also scored 2 goals, and that was 600 games for Madrid. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez praised his team star after today's training session and presented him with a special shirt with the number 600, which is related to the number of Karim Benzema's games at Real Madrid. Real Madrid lost the match against Manchester City at Etihad Stadium with a score of 3-4 to the citizens and is now one of the main and perhaps the main hopes of Real Madrid to make a comeback against Pep Guardiola's team and advance to the next stage of the Champions League. Karim Benzema, because with his good performance and goals, he can create another dream night for Real Madrid fans at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Ronaldo and reminiscing about his dead son after scoring against Chelsea. Cristiano Ronaldo is struggling with great sadness during this time because he had twins on the way, but only one of his children was born and his son died. A girl and a boy were supposed to be added to the Portuguese superstar family, but at birth, the boy died and the only daughter, Cristiano Ronaldo, was born, and due to the death of one of the babies, great grief in the heart, Cristiano Ronaldo sat down. The Portuguese superstar, who after scoring against Arsenal in the previous Manchester United game, mentioned how he was happy and raised his hand and pointed to the sky, now seems to have repeated the same thing after scoring against Chelsea, and this bar raised his hands and pointed to the sky and looked to remember his son who had died and was in heaven.